I stole a priceless family heirloom from my cheating dead grandpa, and now it's causing my entire family to implode. Basically, it came out some years ago that my grandfather cheated on my grandmother and had a baby. It was a long time ago, and the baby is like 20-ish, I guess. I don't know, because no one in the family wants to talk about it or meet him or anything. My two aunts, who sort of run everything, say that he's not really part of our family. His mom is a whore, and that my grandmother died of a broken heart from finding out. So basically, he killed their mother. But I know that in the last couple of years, my grandfather was secretly emailing my bastard uncle and sometimes meeting him. He only told me because he needed someone to make an email account for him. Plus, I could drive him there. I feel pretty bad about lying, but also it's not my uncle's fault that grandpa cheated, and it's kind of shitty to be mean to him for it.
Exactly. This
didn't
kid didn't choose to be born.
Anyway, when grandpa got sick, my aunt wouldn't let my bastard uncle see him, and he died without seeing his son one last time.
I would feel pretty shitty about that, because again, the one that has to live with this is the kid.
Yeah, that's sad. My mother and the other uncle tried to fight it, but one of my aunts has the power of attorney, and she decided everything, and the other aunt supported her. These aunts sound like
it's like Cinderella, like Cinderella and the evil aunts.
Yeah, Cinderella and the evil aunts. The step on.
Step on, no.
There was a thing. I won't say what it is, because if my family reads it, they'll know it's me. But it's antique and has been in our family for a long time. I think it's Cleopatra's wooden and bone dildos.
And there's still remnants of the...
Right, because Cleopatra bathed in... My grandfather wanted to give it to my youngest uncle, the one not from my grandmother, to say that he is part of the family and to make him feel better, which is actually like so nice. The least he could have is Cleopatra's dildo.
Yeah.
But my aunts wanted it to stay in the family, and he's not family. Also, no one was allowed in my grandfather's house while he was sick because they were sure we would steal his stuff for ourselves. This is a dysfunctional family.
Yeah, they sound really unhealthy, and definitely not like what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours.
No, it's what's mine is mine. I'm going to take it from you.
Yeah.
But I know how to get into his house from the back window. So one day I cut class, climbed in and took it and hid it in my room. Right after he died, both of my aunts went to his house to set up things in order, which I think means divide up his stuff. When they found the item was missing, they got pretty upset and blamed my mom and my uncle and my other uncle. But only they had the keys and everyone else was at work except my older uncle, who was with my grandfather at the hospital. So basically they're like, who done it? They don't know who done it.
Get Sherlock on the case.
Discombobulate.
So then they started blaming each other as well, and it became a huge fight. They got lawyers, and my aunt with the power of attorney tried to take all my grandfather's money and cut everyone else out. So they're basically like, now it's like imploding, because it's like, oh, you stole it? Well, I'm going to steal my shit. It's like a cascading shittiness.
Meanwhile, it's just this dumb kid that stuck through the window.
I'm going to steal this shit, I guess. My mom didn't want the money, but my older uncle got angry with my aunts and said we should fight for the money just so they don't win, and then donate it if she doesn't want it. What would you do in this situation? Would you like give back the crown? Or I know.
Well,
I don't
that's
know, I
the
think it's a
thing
crown,
for the kid. You give the dildo back.
So now there are angry emails and lawyers, and no one talks to anyone but my mother and my older uncle. My mother is so unhappy and stressed that she's starting to get sick. I still have the stolen thing and want to send it to my younger uncle, but maybe if I put it back in a hidden corner of my house for my aunts to find, the fighting will stop and my mother can feel better. So should OP return the heirloom or give it to the granddaddy's bastard son? Is OP the a-hole? I want to know in the comments what you guys think, but Ariana, what do you think?
I actually think that's hilarious. Just like hide it in the house somewhere.
You were chaotic. All of these stories, you're like, actually, this is funny.
What are you
I
gonna
would do this.
I'm just thinking from his perspective, like, how do I avoid the wrath of my family?
Yeah, because if they find out it's him, he's fucked.
His mother's gotten sick from this. The whole family's not talking to one another. Like, I actually think the way to resolve all the family tension is to hide it in the house. Like, oh my God, we misplaced it. Guys, we've been so silly this
But how
whole
about
time.
the bastard uncle?
Yeah, but is the dildo really gonna get him anywhere? Like, tell him, listen,
Well, I think
granddaddy
it will
wanted you to
know.
have this, but
Yeah, just tell
it's the
him.
thought that counts.
Yeah, I guess I think the compromise is telling him
Yeah,
that, hey, like he wanted you to have this, but my family's being crazy.
exactly.
And then he knows that he was accepted by his dad. Well, if you want to be accepted by your daddy, make sure to comment so I can see it in the comments below. And your daddy will maybe give it a heart or something.
Ooh.
Ooh, baby.
Daddy,
All right,
come
we'll see
here.
you in the next episode.